Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and it's Saturday. Slashback Saturday. Now this is the segment my very good friend Joe the Horror Man came up with, where we watch a certain slasher a week with a certain theme, and do a review. This week's theme is high school slashers. There are so many high school slashers. Between college slashers and high school, there are just so many to choose from. I thought about doing Graduation Day, Detention, but one movie kept popping out at me. And I hadn't seen it in a while, so it was a good excuse to watch it again. The movie I picked was All the Boys Love Mandy Lane. Don't they? All the Boys Love Mandy Lane is a 2006 film which runs approximately 90 minutes and is directed by Jonathan Levine. Now he has some really good films on his resume. 50-50, which I saw in the theaters, and it holds a special place in my heart. Warm Bodies, which I also enjoyed, thought it was pretty creative. The Night Before, which is a really, really funny Christmas comedy. And Snatched. And to be honest with you, I don't remember if I've seen that or not. I don't think I have. Now this stars Amber Heard as Mandy Lane. She was in Zombieland, and soon The Darkness, which is actually a pretty good movie, and that is a remake of an older film, which I can't remember the name of for some reason. And a John Carpenter film, which I feel gets way, way too much hate, The Ward. I really like that film. And this also stars Anson Mount as Garth. Now he was in Visions, the remake of Straw Dogs, and a really, really good movie that I caught on, I believe it was Netflix, called Cook County, about a bunch of hillbillies with a meth lab. Really good film. He is actually one of my favorite actors. I started knowing a little bit about him from watching the show Hell on Wheels, which is one of my favorite shows of all time. It's a kind of like a Western, old-time movie about the railroads, or television show rather. To me, he is still the Clint Eastwood of this generation. And I'll just leave it there. This also stars Michael Welsh as Emmett. He was in The Final Wish, The Demented, and the Day of the Dead remake. And finally, Luke Grimes as Jake. He was in American Sniper and Taken 2. Now this movie, in my opinion, gets a lot of hate. A lot of unnecessary hate. At that. A brief synopsis. Mandy Lane, played by Amber Heard, is coveted by all the men at her high school. Or boys, depending on what you want to call them. She is just a vision of beauty, and she is. She's gorgeous. Very gorgeous. And all the guys want to get with her. Something happens when she is in the 10th grade, I believe, a sophomore. Her very best friend, Emmett, and her are at a party, and one of the jocks, who always pushes Emmett around, wants to get with her. So Emmett appears that he's trying to help the jock and telling him to jump off a roof into the pool for her. Of course he's drunk. Of course, it's not really stated, but it's kind of implied that Emmett knows he's not going to make it. And he jumps to his death. Of course, 9 months later, you find Mandy as a junior. I believe she's a junior. Her and Emmett are no longer really friends because of what's happened. And some of the boys and girls, their significant others as well, are inviting her out to one of the boys' ranch to kind of party and have a good time. And that's where I'm going to leave it. This is a slasher movie, but it's not a very... like, it could be considered something else. That's what I mean by that. I happen to like this film. I think it's really fun. I think the twists are good. And one of them I did see coming, and earlier in the film it does get kind of spoiled, but yet there is another twist. One that I actually didn't see coming. So some interesting things about this film. This film was released in the U.S. only in 2013, 7 years after the premiere at Toronto International Film Festival. This was due to distribution rights. The main ranch house in the film used to belong to Haley Duff's family. And check this out. A little girl died in the upstairs bedroom in the ranch after I can't even say it. After she suffocates. I'll say it like that. For some reason I can't say this word. Locals still claim that she haunts the house. And during the night shots, the little girl was seen several times in a white dress in the upstairs window. Yet, no children were on the set. How's that for scary? To me, this is a fun film. I really enjoyed it. Still can't believe I can't say that word. Definitely check it out if you get a chance. And check out The Horror Man for next week's theme. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.